All right, what's up, everybody? Alex from WMD back at you again. This time we're going to be talking about Voltera and parameter sequencing. So we've done a video over pitch sequencing and we've done the getting started. This might be a little bit redundant into information that you've already seen in getting started, but I just want to do a quick little short video on parameter sequencing only in case that's what you want to be doing with this thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to use METRON, Voltera, and Chimera. So I'm going to take my channel 1, I'm just going to clear out my variations here, go to variation A. I'm just going to take channel 1 out of my METRON, run it into into Chimera, run Chimera out into the mixer, and we'll make a pattern here. Now if we turn up our channel, we'll be able to hear it. And turn it over into the tambourine mode. And then there's our sound. So what I mean by parameter sequencing is just sequencing the parameters of the drum module to get more dynamic sounds. So the first thing we're going to sequence is decay. So I'm going to go through here and I'm just going to change up some of the decays. I'm going to start the first one. We're going to start real short. And you can see here from my last video, I haven't changed my voltage range yet. So that's the first thing we're going to want to do. I'm going to go into global. And instead of using my user scale or a quantize version, I'm just going to go to -5 volts to 5 volts unquantized. This means I get the full range of sequencing here. And so what I'm going to do is just go through here and make this guy real short. And just like in pitch sequencing, we're not going to hear those changes until we get to that step that we're trying to edit. So we can always hit select to take over that knob and kind of hear where we want it to go. All right, so there we go. There's decay. So the next one I'm going to do, I'm just going to take track 2 out of Voltera, and I'm going to run that into pitch. So this one we will check our voltage ranges as well. We'll go through, and let's say this one I only want to use 0 to 5, and we'll just make some changes here. And you can see while I'm changing those, because we're on an unquantized, we're just sending out the voltage. So when I get to that voltage, we can take over, and then you can see this is 3.53 volts. The window does not have a decimal, but we just figured that you can still figure that out pretty easily going from 0 to 5 volts. All right, so now we've got pitch. Let's go into the surface. And for this one, I just want to record. So I don't really care exactly what it's going to sound like. So I'm just going to hit record enable, and then I'm just going to wiggle the knob. And there we go. There's my surfaces are changing. Just like in pitch sequencing, anytime you want to see where your voltages are changing, you just hit the select button on Voltera, and now you can see this is where I've got voltages changing. And if you want to take some of those out, you just touch those steps to take some of those out. All right, so the last one that we have, I'm going to plug this into the effects amount. So I'm going to take a white cable here. I'm going to run that into effects amount. And this one, I only want to do the last little bit. I want to be really distorted. So I'm going to make sure our Chimera is in distortion mode. And then I'm going to change the global again. And this one we can do 0 to 5 again, so I'll just do 0 to 5 unquantized. And on the first step, I'm just going to make sure we're at 0 volts, because that's going to keep us at the bottom range of the knob. And then I'm going to go to 5 volts at the end. And actually, what I think would sound really cool is if I did this on 2 and 4. So now you can see I've got voltages changing on every down note, or on every downbeat, so on every quarter note. And I've got 0 volts, 5 volts, 0 volts, 5 volts. So now we're kind of getting a rhythm thing. So again, if I plug in a kick drum sound here, let's see what it sounds like. That cable is not long enough, so we'll grab a different one. And we'll just go channel 2, so bring our kick drum in. Oh, I did it with Fractura. With Fractura. Oh, man. It's been a day, guys. Here we go, kick drum. So there we go. I'm going to put these guys up on there so we hear it on the 2 and 4. Check out where my stuff lands here. There we go. So now I've kind of got like a snare kind of thing with my distortion from my Chimera. So if we want to clear everything out, we can just hold clear, turn the knob to the top, clear our voltages, or just like with METRON, if we've got a bunch of voltages going. So I'm just going to record a bunch of stuff here. If we just hit clear and hold clear and hit the variation, that's going to clear out everything, so we can start from scratch again. All right, so that's it. Sequencing parameters with Voltera, super easy, really fun, cool way to get dynamic, cool changes without having to work too hard. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.